Hey Brick Squad, welcome back to another episode of Building Kessel in LEGO week number 12. Guys, if you remember last week in week 11, I did say that I would try my best to get the Falcon done. Now unfortunately, that's not going to be the case this week. I actually had a few circumstances that I did not anticipate, so for that reason, I was not able to get the Falcon done like I had said. However, I do want you guys to know that there's still a lot of progress done on the Falcon behind me, which you guys can probably see right now. It's looking really awesome. So basically, it's not even the fact that I didn't have enough time to work on it this week. In fact, I had a lot of time on my hands. However, in fact, I was actually missing a handful of parts from a couple aspects of the Falcon right now, and then there's also a bag of parts that I just misplaced or I just didn't get from the seller, so I have to go back in and Bricklink and kind of figure that out. But I got all that sorted out, so a couple of days ago I did order the rest of the parts that I would need to finish the Falcon, so hopefully next week we'll have it complete, totally 100%. But this week I don't want that to deter you because we got such a crazy amount of progress done. We're going to be focusing today on the Falcon, obviously, as you guys can tell by the title of the video. Most importantly, I found a way to actually make that front escape pod. It's not really a functional escape pod, it's just for looks, but I found a way to make it look really nice on the Falcon behind me, so we're going to be talking a lot about that today. Before we go any further, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe if you are brand new to the channel for some more awesome Kessel videos and LEGO Star Wars mocks, and as usual, all of you guys, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button down below. I want to get like 40 likes on this video, and as always guys, make sure you have that bell icon clicked, that way you know as soon as I post, as soon as I go live, and all that great stuff. So much like last week, I spent a lot of time on the Falcon this week. I would say I probably spent a combined 10 to 12 hours this week, and a lot of it was actually just going into my LDD file, looking at how I kind of designed it in the file, and making that and kind of transferring that to the actual physical Falcon that I have. Making the front end of the Falcon, as I will get into later in the video, was definitely a big challenge, and I gotta say, I've really never done anything as challenging as this before in my LEGO career. I've done usually simple stuff or stuff with instructions, but making it custom, especially that front end of the Kessel Run Falcon, is definitely a challenge, but I think I did a pretty good job of it. Now, it's not 100% done, as I will say later in the video, but of course, I do want to show you guys because I think it looks really, really awesome, and the Falcon looks kind of done. It's missing, obviously, a few aspects of it, but I think it looks super, super dope, so make sure you let me know down below in the comments what you are thinking of the Falcon. Now, in the end of the video, we'll get into a few more details, but without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into this week's segment. Alright guys, let's go ahead and talk about the progress we got done for this week on the UCS LEGO Kessel Run Millennium Falcon. Now, if you guys remember from last week, we had very minimal progress in terms of the panels. We had a couple built back there in the rear part of the Falcon, and then we had very minimal panels built up here. But as you can see, we've made some significant progress. So, starting with the back, we did finish all the panels, and like I said before, numerous times, we are not done detailing this. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more tiles, a lot more blue hints going into this area. But in terms of the very bare minimum for the panels, just to give us a even better thought or even better picture of what this is going to look like in the end, we did get these panels done, and I gotta say, this is looking really awesome. Now, I do plan on putting blue over there, if where that blue plate over there is, and obviously tiling it off with white to make it look super, super dope. But the back is pretty much done. Like I said, just minor detailing is left for us to do. Moving on to the side, we got these side parts of the Falcon done here. I'm not exactly sure what these are called. I mean, these are like hallways. We obviously have the drawbridge right below it. I'm not even sure what to exactly call this for everybody. Exactly sure what to call this entire module of the Falcon, and obviously we have the same deal all the way over there. So I guess we'll just say side panels or side parts of the Falcon. But we did get this done, which is looking awesome. Again, we did color correct it. We got some blue hints on the top, and obviously we got the drawbridge and stuff like that. This is also one of the places where the brick stuff lights are going to go, which is really, really cool. We got the entire side done. We got the top, the two sides on the bottom, and then two sides on the top as well. But this is looking super awesome. Again, we mixed it up with the blue and gray, which I'm really, really falling in love with. And then same thing for the other side here. We did get the same amount of progress done with the side panels or side exterior aspects of the Falcon. More importantly, in my opinion, and most importantly, we do have that front part of the Falcon almost done. Now, you guys can see on the bottom, I do have a stack of 2x4s actually supporting the front end of the Falcon. And that is basically because if I take this off, you guys will notice a really bad sag in the actual front side. So, yeah, see. So you can obviously see there's a pretty major sag. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to probably get some trans clear 1x2 bricks or something like that, stack it up, and then just kind of put the Falcon up on it because it is front heavy. There's unfortunately no way to actually counteract that just because of the nature of all the stuff that's on the front. Again, it's primarily this long strand of the Falcon that's very, very heavy. It's made up of a lot of bricks and a lot of plates, which obviously adds to that front weight which is obviously not good for the Lego. I don't want it to bend or like warp over time. But yeah, but this part was honestly the hardest aspect of the Falcon, not only extending this long kind of strand to continue on this far out, but also getting the front to look the way that it does. Now obviously I still do have to add some wedge plates on the top here and over there. We also do obviously have to kind of close out the gap here, which shouldn't take that long. As I said in the beginning of the video, there are a few aspects of the Falcon that I obviously do not have done. That is due to me not having the correct parts. Now, number one, we are missing the turret gunner area. This is obviously something that I'm going to be able to work on once I get my parts in. And we also do have that tunnel that leads to the cockpit over here. But those are really the only two big main things that are missing. We do have the satellite, which is missing, obviously. But like I said before, that is largely due to the fact that I just don't have enough parts on hand right now. For some reason, the parts list got mixed up in LDD when I transferred it to Bricklink. If you guys do not know, whatever you make in LDD or Stud.io, you can actually directly translate or just kind of transfer to Bricklink as a wanted list. This is exactly actually how I ordered all the parts. If I had to go in and order each part one by one, that would just be a nightmare. But for some reason, the parts were not on the list, so I went ahead and ordered all that. Those parts should be coming in earlier this week. And a little example of this are these guys right here, these big wedges here. I don't have any white ones for some reason. It definitely looks a little odd with these wedges here, but like I said before, I'm going to get the white ones and kind of just swap them out when it comes to that, and that should look okay. But overall, I am just loving the way this Falcon looks, how sleek it looks, how professional, and just how different it looks from the UCS regular Millennium Falcon or just the OG Falcon from the Star Wars trilogy. I really, really love the white, blue, and gray tone. I think that adds a lot to the mock, and I think it's definitely going to be by far the most impressive aspect of it. Like I said, this whole front section took a really long time to build. I did have to extend the Technic bricks inside so that it actually reaches out farther, and then I'm obviously going to have to cover that with tiles and stuff to make it look as seamless as possible. It's not going to be able to look completely seamless just because of the nature of Lego, but it's really coming together, which is really awesome to see. Like I said, over 30 hours of work into this guy, and it's really coming together. Now, just for a size comparison, we do have the actual Millennium Falcon set, or I guess the Kessel Run Falcon set. I took the escape pod out because I had to break it down to use parts. But you can see just the size difference is just impeccable, and it just kind of blows it out of the water. Not to bash Lego or anything, there's not really much they can do with a little space like that, but you can just see the size comparison and how amazing this is looking. So this is where the majority of my time this week, my free time, was spent not only playing video games and playing Assassin's Creed, but also getting this Falcon done as much as possible. And I think this is definitely worthy of a segment because it took a lot of work to do everything. If you guys go back to week 11 and you take a look at what I had done there, and then you come back and take a look at what I got done for you all this week, I think there's a huge, substantial amount of progress, which is just really awesome, and I'm very happy that's coming together the way it is. I'm also really happy with this size. I think it's a really great size for the entire mock. Like I said, the mountains are probably going to go to about double that height, so it's going to go probably up to there, which is going to look super awesome with the big Falcon underneath it. This is where a lot of my time this week was spent, and I'm very happy with it. I did get a few streams in there for all you guys to watch, but guys, down below, please take the time. Let me know what you're thinking of this amazing Falcon. I think it's so dope. And I'm obviously open to any suggestions that you guys have as well. If you guys think that I'm missing something, not including detail that I've said I would fix in the back, but just something that you would think would make the mock look better, totally let me know down below in the comments. That's going to wrap up this aspect of the video. Hope you guys all really are loving this Falcon so far. And obviously, when this Falcon is done, I'm definitely going to go ahead and do a review video on it and do like a cool montage and all that great stuff. So it's really coming together. Once we get this Falcon done, we'll be pretty much smooth sailing about the rest of the Kessel segments. But with all that said, let's go ahead and wrap up this video. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up building Kessel in LEGO week number 12. As always, let me know down below what you're thinking of that sexy beast over there. Like I said before, about 10 to 12 hours this week, so I spent over 35 hours just making that Falcon, just designing it, making it a physical entity instead of just an online LDD file. I'm really happy with how it's coming out. I gotta say, it's coming out way better than I ever could have imagined. Now, like I said before, it's not done 100%. We still have to add those blue and white tiles to the back of the Falcon, make sure that detail is as accurate, or it looks good at the very least. And then we also have the cockpit, the turret gunner on the top, and a few other things which will hopefully, the parts will be coming this week. So I'll hopefully be able to get that stuff done by next week and have a finished product. Now, a couple of things I want to mention in the outro of this video. Number one, I want to talk about our mock deadline. Now, if you guys have been with me for a little bit during the series, you'll know that I have wanted to finish Kessel on December 25th. I want to finish on Christmas Day. That's been something that I really want. I think it would be super exciting for everyone to wake up Christmas morning and see that the Kessel video or the cinematic or the finale, whatever it may be. However, I finally sat down and took a look at a calendar and kind of thought of when I would be able to do different parts of the mock, what segments will focus on which aspects, and I just don't know if I'll be able to hit that deadline. Right now we have about 7 more weeks until Christmas, which is December 25th, which is when I would love to finish the mock. But right now, as it's looking, I don't think I'll be able to meet that deadline. I think we'll be able to definitely finish it in January, but I don't want to rush myself. So let me know what you guys think. Would you rather me sacrifice some stuff to get it out on the 25th, or would you rather me take my time, maybe take the extra month, extra 4 or 5 weeks and get that out in January? I would really love to have a Christmas Day. I feel like that'd be awesome. That'd be like a little mini gift from me to you guys. But like as I said before, I don't think that the timeline's realistic in terms of what I have to do. Off the top of my head, we have the Falcon to finish. That's going to take at least 1 week. We're going to have the mountains to finish, which is probably going to take at least 2. We have the tiling in the ground, which is going to take probably 2 weeks combined. We have the crane. We have all the interior rooms. So we're looking at about like 10 or 12 weeks more. So I think that's going to go past December 25th, which is super sad because I do obviously want to hit that deadline. But like I said before in the beginning of my entire series, I didn't put a deadline for myself. I wanted to definitely go out with everything that I possibly could do. So definitely let me know what you guys are thinking of that. And number 2, as you guys know, Brick Stuff is sponsoring this build. Again, use coupon code TBWiz10 on their website to get 10% off. I'm talking with Rob, who is the owner of Brick Stuff, the founder of Brick Stuff, and I'm going to be working to get those lights in the Falcon as soon as possible. I think that's going to be something that's going to come in the latter half or the latter quarter of the mock series, probably towards the finale, because that's a very minor thing, but it's also worthy of its own segment. So I think it's going to come a few weeks from now. I am going to be ordering it soon, but that's going to come in a couple of weeks. So like I said, just with all that stuff coming up, with all the stuff that we have to work on the mock, I don't think that December 25th is going to be a realistic deadline. I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to try my best. Obviously, juggling a job and school is definitely tough, as I'm sure a lot of you know, but I will definitely try my best. Guys, that is going to wrap up this week's segment. As usual, stay tuned throughout the week for videos and updates. And also, guys, I do want to plug Empire Lug. That is my new lug. We just dropped our collab trailer. I'll leave a link down below in the pinned comment. It's super dope. Your boy made it. I did make it and edit it, and the graphics were also made by Will or Flego Fox Brick. So we worked really hard on the collab trailer. Definitely go ahead and check it out if you haven't already, and make sure you subscribe to the Empire Lug channel. And obviously stay tuned throughout the week for multiple Kessel live streams, gaming live streams, and other videos and content to come. Hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. One more time, make sure you go ahead and smash that like button down below. And if you're brand new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe for more awesome content like this, and I will see you all later. Peace.